sucks. Believe me, it sucks. Like you just feel like you're stuck in a rut, and then as much as people can tell you all this and everything like that, but nothing helps. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while, so sorry I haven't uploaded in about a month. I've just been going through some things, and actually that's the reason why I'm making this video today. So as you've seen from the title, it's about anxiety and depression, some things that maybe are too taboo or people don't like to talk about them much. I know in my case, I didn't like to talk about it much. I felt like I was brushing it off, like, no, I don't have that, like, I'm fine, and everything like that, until all of a sudden it just seems like everything was just crumbling down, right? So, how I knew that I had a problem is, also don't mind my nails, I need to go get them done. But how I knew like something was wrong is I was just, it seemed like I was always down, unhappy, like it was just, I felt and knew something was wrong, right? And I didn't know what it was, and what I decided to do was go see a therapist, and that was my first step. I actually made an appointment and went and talked to a therapist just to figure out like what's going on, like am I depressed, do I have anxiety, because I've never went to the doctor, I was never diagnosed. I just know that my moods are kind of all over the place, and of course it could be because of my menstrual, but I knew there was something wrong, right? So that was the first step. I went and started talking to a therapist, and come to find out, like, yes, I do have a bit of anxiety, and I go through a bit of a depression, and that stems from my childhood, you know. And if I didn't take that step, I would have not known that that's what was causing it, and then I would think that other things were causing those problems, which wasn't the case at all. It was just things that were built up from my childhood and growing up. It just now became to a point where it was unbearable. Like I just had to let it out because I couldn't hold it in anymore. And it started affecting like my friendships. It started affecting my, you know, my marriage, because I just felt down in the dumps, and I didn't want to get out of bed some days, or I didn't want to leave the house some days, and it affected me in a big way. And I just said, hey, there has to be something, right? Like, and I know you can be put on antidepressants and stuff like that, and I didn't quite want to take that route yet, because I like more of the all natural side of things, and everything like that. So, and please, by no means is this me trying to throw something in your face that like, hey, buy this because this works. And I'm not like sponsored or anything by this brand or anything like that. I truly tell you guys this because I wanted a solution, right? And I know people can go to like marijuana and stuff like that because that helps. But to me, I feel like I'm such a control freak that it wasn't work. Like that's not what I wanted for myself. I didn't want to take the medication route of, you know, taking like antidepressants and stuff, and I didn't want to take that route of like the drug marijuana thing, because, you know, for my job and stuff, like if you get randomly tested, then, you know, they can hold that against you. So I didn't want to take that route. So what I have found that is very helpful, and that's for me and my experience, and I actually have a friend that I recommended it to because she was going through something, and it helped and worked out for her. So I'll just show you what two things that I have that I've tried for over a month and a half now, or actually about about a month and a half, 2 months it seems like, but it has worked. So I actually bought this specific one. It's hemp oil, and this is a bigger milligram. And I'm not sure if Amazon still has this brand or if they're still selling this. And these come in different flavors and stuff. This is just the basic no flavor hemp oil. And this has helped me a lot. I actually I ordered this from Urban Roots, and it's the Relax, and this one's a lower milligram, and this is actually in tangerine flavor. So I originally started this. So this is the one that I've started off with, and I took it for about 2 weeks, and I did realize such a difference. Like my anxiety wasn't as intense. You know, like sometimes when you're anxious, you just feel like tight and stuff like that. So that's how I felt, like, you know, and I was like down and overthinking, and I couldn't sleep most nights because my brain would just not shut off. And this has helped for about 2 weeks, and then I started noticing like it wasn't helping as much. So that's when I bought this one because it's a more milligram. It's a bit different in a sense that this is more like hemp oil, and then this one says it's like a CBD oil. Oh, and by the way, I do want to state that this has 0 THC, so it doesn't get you high, or it doesn't give you that feeling of like you feel high. Like this is all natural. Like it's the natural part of the plant that's in this, you know. And you guys can do your research. I'm by no an expert on this. I just wanted something to work, something to try, and this has helped me a lot, tremendously. Like today's a good day, luckily. It did start off too good, but I took a few droplets, and just so you guys know, it is open, you know, and I have used it because I've seen, and you know, look at this, you know, it's like that much, and it's open. There's no plastic, because I've seen people where they say, oh my god, CBD oil works, blah blah blah, it has done this and this for me, but then you look at the bottle and it's still wrapped up. So that I didn't understand. I'm like, are you really using it, or you're just advertising for people to buy it just because? I've tested this and I've tried it out, and if you guys want something to try, I recommend this. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Like I said, my sole purpose of making this video is because I was going through something, and honestly, I'm still going through it. But every day, you know, I'm trying to find the balance and trying to figure it all out. You know, I'm 25. I'm just going through the motions of life and change and everything like that. But this has helped me because I do realize that, you know, there are days where people might, you know, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't feel like doing this, but sometimes we have to really truly just get ourselves out of it. And if you have, you know, and of course the first step is to talk to someone, you know. Like I personally don't have my parents that I could talk to about this because they just would not understand, and they would blow it off like nothing's wrong with you. And then, you know, my husband's supportive, and he's the one that actually led me to this. He was like, you know, you should try this, maybe it will help. And it has helped because you know, like I said, I felt like something was wrong, and that was my first step in actually going and talking to a therapist, and you know, like, is this what I have? Do I have these? Am I, you know, like getting diagnosed in a sense, right? But it has helped me because, like, not only because I take these, it has helped, but going to a therapist and talking about my issues, and just like talking to someone about like what I've been through and how my life is and why am I the way I am. Because believe it or not, the way you are stems from how you grew up, you know. So for the longest time, I'm like, why am I like this? Like, you know, like with me, to get into detail, like it's a hard time for me to like ask for help, you know. I'm like, and then sometimes I'm so closed off, and that just comes with like how I grew up, you know. Like we never talked about our feelings, you know. It wasn't like that type of loving environment, and now I don't know how to express my feelings that way because I was never taught that, you know. But I'm learning every day about myself, and therapy has helped a lot. So sorry, I know I'm just rambling, but like I truly feel like it was on my heart to like make this video because I really want to help someone, whether it's one person or 20 people or 100 people, for how much ever it reaches to people, you know. And my goal wasn't to advertise these for at all, because I'm, like I said, I'm not getting anything out of it. I buy this for my own money because it helps me, you know. And if anyone out there is like me who doesn't want to take the, you know, medication route because they're worried that, you know, well, I don't want it to mess with my body and my hormones already and everything like that, so I don't take the medication route. And then the medical marijuana, you know, this is not, I mean, it's similar to marijuana because you know, this is part of the plant, but it's the natural part of it that doesn't get you high. Like I said, this is CBD oil. There's no THC in it. So, so yeah, so that's really my main goal of this video, is just like, I know people out there do suffer with anxiety and depression, and you know, it sucks. Believe me, it sucks that you just feel like you're stuck in a rut, and then as much as people can tell you all this and everything like that, but nothing helps. It's, I mean, you know, like your feelings are real. Like, you know, you have to, people have to recognize that you're not just doing this just to do it, or that you know, like your feelings are valid, and like this really helps me, and I just thought I would share it because I'm going through a rough time, and if I can help someone that is going through the same thing I'm going through, then why not, you know? And you know, I've been married for 2 years, and you know, like growing up, I took care of my parents, and I still take care of my parents. Like, it's just the responsibility that I've always had, and you know, it's a lot on me, and that's why I started to do therapy, because like it was just becoming too much, you know. And I don't know, I just, now this is just going into a different avenue and different route, but I just wanted to really just come on here and let you guys know that if you are suffering with anxiety or depression, or you need help, and please, the first step is to talk to someone. So I truly encourage you to talk to someone, because that will be the first step in improving, you know. That will be the first step. Like, even though you may be stuck at home all week, and guess what, you make that appointment, that will get you out of the house, and every week, you know, that appointment will get you out of the house, and then slowly you'll maybe start to truly become yourself again. And that's what I've realized for myself. So, and if you guys need to talk to someone, you know, of course there's a suicide hotline that you can call, but hey, put it in the comments, you know, talk amongst each other, you know. I'll leave my Instagram, and you guys can message me. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Another one. So, you know, like, I just want this to be a community to like help each other, because I know how like YouTubers will come on here and say they have anxiety, and they say they have depression, but it's just a facade. It's just because they're trying to push something, you know, they're trying to push a product on you. And like I said, I actually use this. This helps me a lot. And I'm not saying this will work for you, but it works for me, and it might work for someone. Not saying that you have to use this or anything like that. So me, I'm not pushing a product, because I don't make anything from this. Hell, I only have like 90 subscribers, you know what I mean? So so yeah, that's really what my goal was, is just to come on here and let you guys know, whoever's watching this, that what you're feeling is real, and people do suffer from these things, but guess what? You can't be stuck in that forever, you know? Where you are now does not determine that this is how it's going to be for the rest of your life, you know? So just take the right steps, and every day you will improve. It will improve. Things will get better. I mean, we might not see the light, and we might think that our situation is just bad, but guess what? God is with you, and it might be bad now, but guess what? It's not bad forever, and it will pass. So that's where I'm going to end it. Like I said, it was just something I feel like that was heavy on my heart, and I just wanted to express it. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys are still here through my rambling, thank you. If you found this helpful, you know, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to maybe more new material, more new videos like this, if that's something you guys would like, some pep talk. If you guys have any questions, I could do a Q&A. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.